Hey, do you think Davy still believes in Father Christmas?
What do you mean, believes in?
Well, that he comes down the chimney.
So what are you saying? There isn't a Father Christmas? Come on, listen to him. Jingle bell, jingle bells.
A Christmas tree in a Jewish house? I never thought I'd live to see it.
You didn't. Mrs. Feldman?
Happy Hanukkah.
Oh, what's that? Sally. Sally.
Oh,
Sally.
Pete, we can't. I've got the turkey to stuff.
No, what's that noise?
Sounds like... Oh, no.
Is it Mrs. Feldman?
Either that or Carmen Miranda's back.
My little Daisy was waking up. I'm trying to settle her.
I'll bet. It's Christmas morning. Play dead.
Now, see what you've done. Shh. She looks like you, Sally, luckily.
Please go back to sleep.
How can I sleep today of all days? My Carol with an E, a mummy. Like you, Sally, only better. Are you sure they're coming today?
Yes.
I wonder how you'll look, my little Sam. Like my own poor Sam?
Has she been on the Synatogen again?
Well, Sally, turn the heat up. Jewish babies like it nice and warm. And sell the dog.
I don't believe this. Now, listen. You can see your grandson, briefly, but you're not coming in for Christmas lunch. It's a mortals-only affair.
Christmas fair. Our Jewish festival of Hanukkah lasts 8 days. At least.
Not in this house, it doesn't. Push off.
I only hope my Carol's hooligan hasn't turned out like you.
Oh, no, Jack's lovely.
Has she gone yet?
I'm going. You want me to get the bends?
Oh, she's nervous. She really wants to make it work with Jack today. Hey, Pete, it's our first Christmas in Seven Meadow Road.
Yes, and if we all pray very hard, it'll be our last. Hey, where's my prezi?
Ah, it's a surprise. You'll have to wait and see. Where's mine?
It's in the cot. It'll be paid off in just 21 years. Now, I like to start my Christmases with a little cracker.
It's 7:30. You said. I like my present. Really?
So I can hear. Just 5 minutes more, eh, Davy?
Ha ha. Chocolate phone. Very funny. Where's the real one?
Oh, Tammy, it was exhausted. We had to have it put down.
Oh, please tell me where it is. It's a crisis. I've got to call Louise. Jason Broadbent promised he'd phone last night.
Merry Christmas, Mummy and Daddy.
You say that with the planet destroying itself before our eyes and the birth rates going through the roof. I don't know how you could have had another one.
Well, you're not seeing Jason Broadbent till you find out. Just give us 5 minutes more, please.
Are you sure they know it's Christmas today?
Well, that's me done my bit. Whew, crackers.
Sally, I've been telling the late Mrs. Leibovitz and all my ladies in limbo about my little Sam. Oi, are they excited?
It's a pity they can't see him.
Oh, it's tragic.
Yes, they can't.
You did pay your phone bill. Oh, no turkey for me, Mum. I've become a vegetarian.
Oi.
What?
That's a fellow creature you've stuffed.
It's how we would have wanted it, Tammy. She can't be a vegetarian. The shops are shut. Fold some napkins.
I don't want a whistle. I had a whistle last year. I want a compass.
Listening to your Hanukkah record, aren't you, yet?
David, it's the 15th time we've had it on. Fold some napkins.
At least someone gave me a present. My Sam and I loved the gramophone. Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, all the Jewish boys.
She's prattling again.
Sam's brother Greville won the Al Jolson sound-alike contest.
Oh, will you, Belltop?
Oi, they're here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do?
Just take a deep breath. Forever. Sally. Give me a clue. Does my surprise begin with A?
Yes. What are you going to call your aardvark?
I must stop shaking, Hemingway. Did you know Rin Tin Tin was Jewish? It was Rintin Goldfarb, but he changed it.
Thinking she's just an old lady, then you won't be so nervous.
Carol, I was scared of her when she was alive. I just want this first time to go okay.
I like you, Jackie, I do. I was a Feldman once.
Come on.
Hey, hiya! Merry Christmas! Welcome. Mind your hubcap. Oh.
Hi, kids.
Hi. Is he asleep?
Not now, he isn't.
We've only got his little girl.
Little girls are just as nice.
No, they're not.
They're taking forever, Hemingway. He gives his wife a toolbox for Christmas. I'm really going to try with that, Jack. The idiot's not holding that basket right. Ugh.
Merry Christmas to all of you.
Hi, Sal. Mwah. Hello, pretty girl. Look at your new boyfriend. Oh, Sal, I think we're on with you-know-what.
Oh, Jack, that's great.
Aren't you handsome? Look, Tammy.
Hello, Sam. You're cute, aren't you? Yes, you are.
See, we knew you liked babies, really.
Yes, and you're going home after tea, aren't you? Not like the nappy filler we're stuck with for the rest of our lives.
Oh, I bet you're excited, eh, son-in-law?
Into the valley of death. Haven't got beer, have you?
Yeah, come on, Christmas. Get a beer.
6 months I've waited, so where are they?
Hi, Mum.
Merry Christmas.
Sam. My little Sam. I don't believe it. Carol, it's a miracle. So what's with Merry Christmas? For us, it's Hanukkah, remember?
Sam, this is your grandma. Well, was.
It looks just like your poor father.
Yeah? Jack's mum says he's the spit of Jack's dad. So do all her friends.
Well, they're wrong, I'm sorry. He's got the Mandelbaum eyes.
Has he?
And the Fagelman ears. In fact, he looks like poor Sam looked when Sam looked like him. I wish I could touch him, Carol. I only feel like a half a grandma. So where's this husband of yours? Drinking, I suppose.
Mum.
Cheers.
Cheers.
L'chaim.
So give me a clue.
What?
About my surprise. I won't tell Sally you
You're
groused.
supposed to be in there with Mrs. Feldman.
Dutch courage, Sal. I've never met a dead person before. Not socially, anyway.
You can phone or not phone. Sorry, but I've large concerns, like the population explosion.
She gave up meat this morning.
She went cold turkey.
Come and meet Grandma.
Oh, no.
Sal. Is it a big surprise? Jack, is it?
I don't know.
Mrs. Feldman?
She could be hanging from the light bulbs for all I know.
She's on the sofa, Jackie.
Merry Christmas, Mrs. Feldman.
Merry Christmas.
I can hear her.
Yeah, the thrill of that wears off after a bit. Give it another 3 seconds.
Come on, help me open some bubbly.
Sit down next to her. No, that's...
This is not easy, Carol. Mrs. Feldman, remember how I'd come to your house?
And I'd tell you Carol wasn't in.
And I'd come running down the stairs.
And I'd slam the kitchen door in your faces. Aye, it was good to be alive then. So I'm your mother-in-law now. So have you something to say to me?
Mrs. Feldman, I'm so glad you're a ghost. I mean...
You mean I'm better off dead?
No, what I meant was...
Jack's done ever so well, Mum. He discovers pop groups.
Under stones, probably. So you're a success. Well done. It just shows what running off with a nice Jewish girl can do.
Jack did it all on his own, Mum.
Fair.
No. Carol, your mum's right. You inspired me. You've no idea how much richer my life got after you died. Oh, God.
He's a real Prince Charming, your husband. So have you at least brought a present for your mother-in-law?
Well, what do you buy a ghost? See-through nightie?
This is a father for a little Jewish boy.
Oh, what?
Well, I think if your mother's Jewish, you're Jewish. Everything goes through the mother.
Well, that's true. You try thumping her.
But we may not want our Sam to be Jewish, Mum.
I mean, what would my mum say? What would her friends say?
Again, we're hearing from the friends. Carol, please, you've got to have Sam circumcised.
Could we change the subject now, please?
I'll get it. It'll be Jason.
We'll find a mole. He's the man who does the circumcisions. It's a very skilled
Mrs.
job. he loves it.
Feldman!
What is circumcision?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
No, I think it's better if Sam looks like his dad. You know.
Then have him done too.
Mum, please. Enough.
You look like you've seen a ghost, Jack. Christmas spirit.
I'd just like her to like me, Sal. That'll be Christmas spirit enough. Eh, Mrs. Feldman?
Lord knows I've tried. But how can I warm to the man who steals my daughter, takes her from her faith, cuts off 1,000 years of Feldman's like the snip of a mole's knife?
It wasn't Jason.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, as merry as it can ever be.
And A to Z of fatal diseases.
Well, I swear by it. So finally, the happy family.
I'd be happier if
Well,
he
he's
was...
not.
So innocent. You don't know you're entering a world of famine and disaster, where the streets aren't safe to walk, and the value of the pound can go plummeting at any time.
Have you ever thought of writing children's stories?
Help, make sure his nappies don't need...
They're fine, Mum. So's everything else down there.
All right. I'm only his dead grandma. What do I know? I'm not Granny Dawlish with the many friends.
It was so nice of you to invite me. Who knows? It might be my last Christmas. I could pick up malaria this summer.
Oh, you going somewhere hot?
Bournemouth. Oh, what about Peter's surprise?
Ha-ha! So you're in on it too?
You could say I was instrumental.
It's a guitar.
Suffer. Come on, let's sit at the table.
Coming through, Mrs. Feldman?
No, you go. Drink some beer. Sniff some pop music.
Promise you won't touch him?
If I only could, Carol. Who cares about an old dead lady? Only you, Hemingway. Life is for the living, eh, Samela? Oh, if only the late Mrs. Leibovitz could see you.
Do you know how they slaughter turkeys? Yeah, well, this great big blood-stained farmer takes their scrawny necks
Tammy.
and...
It's what happened to Mr. Litvak.
I hope Mrs. Feldman's all right.
Feels funny without her.
Listen, even in the trenches, they got Christmas Day off. I'll swap you my whistle for your compass.
Dream on.
It can't be a plate of sprouts and potatoes on Christmas, eh?
I wish you hadn't rubbed her up the wrong way, Jackie.
It just came out wrong. Next ghost I meet, I'll be fine.
Isn't it peaceful, Sal? Especially with the phone off the hook.
What?
Now, my Prissy, does it begin with CD?
She's probably happy just looking at Sam. I mean, she can't do anything but look, can she?
Mrs. Feldman?
Mum!
God almighty.
Shh! You want to wake my grandson?
Mum, bring my son down now!
He looked as if he was about to cry, so I rocked him a little. So where's the harm? I can't touch him, Carol.
Well, thank God for that.
Maybe he's going to be a flying doctor.
You're old enough to know better.
He's got a lot of hair, hasn't he?
Granny Dawlish says he's got his daddy's hair. So do all her friends.
They would. What's the time?
It's nearly 3. Have you got a date?
It's time!
Oh, you're right! Hey, everyone, time for the Queen.
And where's it from this year? The Cayman Islands?
Oh, my God. David Icke was right.
What's going on, Jackie?
They've arrived! Mrs. Leibovitz and Mrs. Goldfarb!
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Mrs. Zellman, you don't need the fur coat. We've got the heating on.
Pete, who's the old girl talking to?
I don't think you want to know.
She's playing that for you, Sally.
She's very good. Pete, Leibovitz, Zellman, Pincus, you know who they are, don't you?
Well, it's not the three wise men bearing gifts.
They're ghosts, aren't they?
It's the end of the world, when the dead come back to claim us.
Don't be morbid, Herbert. Yes, of course you can light the Hanukkah candles, Mrs. Zellman.
Oh, my God, Liberace's here as well.
Pete, do you feel something?
Homicidal!
Mum, I don't like this. It's spooky.
Spooky. These are your mother's friends, Carol. They've come to see my grandson.
It's the Ladies' Guild from beyond the grave.
Hello? Hello?
Sally, you've got to do something.
What do you suggest? Rent a kill? Dine a ghost?
Mrs. Leibovitz thinks he looks a lot like me, but Mrs. Zellman says he's the spitting image of you, Carol. You don't get a look in.
Lord knows I've tried. I'll swing for that rotten woman.
I wouldn't speak ill of the dead. Not when they're in the same room.
It's not a son-in-law she needs. It's an exorcist.
Don't tell me. The ghost of Christmas present.
Can you believe this? Jason is now at Sophie the Slags after he promised he'd come around here and rescue me.
Tammy, I just met the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, very nice. Well, that's the last time I speak to him. Or her. Oh, where does nothing interesting ever happen to me?
Maybe there is something in not eating meat.
They've seen Sam now. Can't you just tell them to go back to Ghost Town?
Maybe it's us who should be going, Carol, while my son is still in one piece.
No, no, please. Carol, you're right. We mustn't excite little Samela. Ladies, would you mind? Ladies. Their ears aren't the best. Thank you. Look after that leg, Mrs. Leibovitz. Sciatica. There.
Right, that's enough. Out you go, too.
Me? Well, maybe I will just have a little rest. It's all been a bit exciting for me.
I think I'll go too. A friend of mine died from too much excitement. Well, they both did.
I wish I hadn't eaten.
I haven't had a trip like this since Woodstock.
Well, they seemed to like the baby, didn't they?
What if they hadn't?
I bet none of my friends got ghosts for Christmas.
I'm sorry, she's gone too far. Her and the Golders Green Ghost Riders. We've got to settle her ash once and for all.
Pete, there was no harm done, and it is Christmas.
Well, if Her Majesty wishes us a happy Hanukkah, I'm on the wagon for good. I've got to find somewhere quiet to make a phone call.
I think I'm in Coventry, Hemingway. I prefer Bournemouth.
Mrs. Helmer?
Are they still so angry with me?
Yes. I've sent Pete out to take Daisy for a walk, clear the steam out of his ears.
But what did you think of my little Sam?
I think he looks like you.
Yes, he's a beauty. And I'm glad my lady saw him.
Yes.
I don't fool you for a second, do I?
Yes, you do.
We know each other too well. It's because you're a little bit Jewish.
I keep telling you I'm not, Mrs.
Like the Queen. Now, she shows the world her grandchildren.
There weren't any ghosts, were there?
Just me. Wishful thinking, Sally. And a few tricks. You won't say anything.
Grandmum's the word. And you made David's Christmas.
I especially don't want that Jack to know.
You've misjudged him, Mrs. Feldman. He's a good man.
Good men are kind to their mothers-in-law. Good men don't... Oi, who's that? There's someone outside. I can feel it.
No one, Mrs. Feldman, no one. I'd better go down.
Is it this Jason?
I doubt it.
So who is it, Sally?
Well, come down in your own time, eh, Mrs. Feldman? Was that you-know-who?
Yeah, he's in there doing what he has to. You know, she hasn't done herself any favours, Sal.
Have I missed anything? The 10 plagues? Armageddon? My Prezi?
You'd better call her down, Pete. I've got something to say.
And when you're dressed like I sometimes am similar.
I think they found a way to stop me seeing my little grandson.
Life, it's nothing but pain and heartache.
Mrs. Feldman! Mrs. Feldman!
I'm here. You want me to set world records at my age? So, come on, get it over with.
You were out of order, Mum.
When you're older, Carol, well, when you're dead, perhaps you'll understand.
Mrs. Feldman, we can't have our little Sam becoming a victim of the occult.
Occult? Mrs. Leibovitz has never been occult in her life.
Mrs. Feldman, Jack's got something serious to say to you.
Oh, who is it, Sally?
Sally?
What's going on?
Mrs. Feldman, watch that door.
Oh, no, please.
Only a rose I give you.
Oh, my God.
Only a rose dying our way. Only a rose.
You got me the singing rabbi for Christmas.
Not you twit.
Until we meet another day.
It's Greville. My poor Sam's baby brother.
Yetta?
With the lovely voice.
It is you. You're looking well, considering.
You should see me in the mornings. Greville, I don't believe it. It must be over 30 years. I thought you were dead.
You thought I was dead? Romance never dies. All roses are blooming in Picardy.
Hang on a minute.
What is this? Singing with flowers. It was his act. But you went to live in Chicago. It's in America.
Yeah. Last year I moved to Miami, where the widows bloom.
The same Greville. So how's your dear Rosie?
Perhaps you can tell me. I lost her in 1985. Rosie, she was my posy. She was
Greville used to sing at all the family functions.
The pollen count must have been ferocious. Sally, I don't understand this.
What's to understand? My lovely Carol found her uncle for me. He was always sweet on me.
I didn't find him, Mum. Jack did.
Don't be ridiculous, Carol. We're in a pub.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I used to talk about my singing Uncle Greville, so Jack decided we should find him. Took him weeks. He's Jack's Hanukkah present to you.
Yeah, you can unwrap me later.
Thanks, Jack. So that's what you two were up to?
A Hanukkah present from the hooligan... from my son-in-law. Wait till Mrs. Leibovitz hears this. In fact, she's here now.
Mrs. Feldman.
In spirit. So is this true what Jack did?
He flew me in, all expenses paid. And, oh, Yetta, those stewardesses.
Later, Greville. Oh, I've been so nasty to him all these years.
He told me you were.
But now with this, I think maybe he's a bit Jewish too.
I'm not Mrs. Feldman.
Who was talking to you?
Ah, Yetta.
Old habits, Greville. What can I say, Jack?
How about Who's Sorry Now? Thanks for the memory and Softly As I Leave You. Sally, I don't get this.
Later. Please, Greville, take your coat off. You are staying.
Grab your coat and get your hand. Leave your worries on the doorstep.
Staying?
Just direct
Just for Hanukkah,
your
Pete.
feet
To be with Mrs.
to
Feldman. He's come all the way from...
Hanukkah?
Mum, Scampi can't feel pain, can they?
Tammy, it's poor Sam's brother, Greville.
Mum, what is this? This is your death?
I got some red roses for a blue lady. I'm Greville.
Oh, I'm Tammy, and for Christmas I'm getting my very own psychotherapist.
Answer the door. Who now? Topple?
Oh, Pete. No, we've got him down for Passover.
This is the happiest day of my death. Why me? I don't deserve it.
You're a special person, Yetta.
Not so special I can't learn new things. Like, don't judge people until you really know them. I was wrong, son-in-law.
And I misjudged you, Mum.
Try to listen to this, Peter. You could learn something. But Greville, you know the real present they gave me? He's upstairs. A beautiful grandson.
A doctor?
A gynecologist.
He looks a bit like you.
Better he should look like his grandma.
Schmoozer. He was always crazy about me. But sit and tell me all.
Right.
It's Mr. Bloom again.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No. Merry Christmas, writer. Now you can word process the great Mancunian novel. I knew if we gave it to you this morning, we wouldn't see you all day. Surprise!
A friend of mine went bankrupt. We picked it up for a song. The money won't help him where he is now. Wormwood Scrubs. I'll just put it... Oh, my God! Yetta! How did you do that?
What, Herbert?
That! It's Greville. Sing it with Flowers Feldman. He's a ghost, isn't he? Put him back at once.
Herbert Bloom, give me a break.
You should have warned him, Sal. He's flesh and blood, Mr. Bloom.
Yeah, a bit too much. Hi, Herbie.
I'm glad you're still alive. Still, you better sit down.
Sally, can we have a word, please? Why didn't you tell me about Greville?
I thought you'd be angry.
I was angry.
That's why I didn't tell you. Oh, wasn't she thrilled with her surprise?
You're full of surprises today. Do you know, sometimes I think I don't deserve you.
Oh, Pete, you don't.
Oh, please. You know what happened last time? I just wanted to thank you two. All day long, I have been praying Jason will turn up. Now, what with a Jewish ghost, Mr. Fatal Diseases, and the Flower Fairy, you've made me so pleased he hasn't.
Oh, such a beautiful granddaughter.
Granddaughter? Nothing. That's my new wife.
Well, I can safely say we've never had a Christmas like this before.
That's because you've never had a Hanukkah before, eh, Greville?
Happy holiday, it's Hanukkah.
Sam? He just said his first oi.
Mrs. Feldman.
So Haunt Me returns for a new series of weekly apparitions early in the new year.